All right, you want some hot news? Some hot
Yes.
goss?
Yes. I
All
would
right. Well,
love to get some hot
I just
goss.
heard that Louis Vuitton is going to open Paris Men's Fashion Week, the first collection by acclaimed musician and artist and influencer and cultural icon Pharrell
Williams?
Williams.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
sorry,
my
I had to
God.
tell both names. I kind of,
I know a lot of Pharrells.
yeah.
Um, I asked everybody on my Instagram and I asked on my channel what they
Mhm.
wanted us to talk about, and this
Winner,
was
winner.
winner here. So as everybody knows, or if you don't, you're learning.
Mhm.
After the untimely death of Virgil Abloh, Louis Vuitton anointed, not even appointed, they anointed musician and artist extraordinaire Pharrell Williams as the next
Mhm.
creative director. Now, this was, for lack of any better wording, controversial because the creative director role at Louis Vuitton is one of the top jobs
Yeah.
in fashion. It is considered one of the most coveted positions, and like Virgil's appointment was controversial
Sure.
because he didn't come from like a traditional fashion background. Off White was a very different kind of brand, but
Yeah.
you couldn't deny that he was a creative director and fashion designer to some extent.
It's kind of
Pharrell,
yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, when McCain was running, it's like McCain, president, crazy, but then you get Trump and it's just like, whoa, that's even a step further. You're taking like steps. You know what I mean?
are you saying that
Pharrell
John
Pharrell is the
McCain was
Trump of
crazy?
Louis Vuitton.
Okay, fine. You know what? I don't like you getting political. I don't like all this
Oh.
PC
Oh,
culture.
shit.
Yeah, Pharrell's a real Trump type.
Yep.
But I mean, look. The question I asked my followers was our predictions, and just starting off, I don't want to deny that Pharrell has definitely been a influence in the world of fashion. He has especially been an influence in the world of hip hop, where he was kind of the artist in that space who expanded beyond kind of traditional or stereotypical like what a hip hop artist looks like.
Hmm.
He was wearing pink polos and skinny jeans before Kanye.
Sure.
He is kind of the source for a lot of this stuff. With He has that relationship with what's his face Nigo
Yep.
from A Bathing Ape. So he's a long-standing relationship with like brands and designers, and naturally, Billionaire Boys Club is his label, his brand, and he's known for his outrageous style and his hats
Hmm.
that are huge.
And
They're
his
massive.
hats.
His hats are gigantic.
Massive.
Um,
Absolutely massive.
but what could we possibly predict?
Yeah. I,
Will
I
we?
think I think I'm going to go the direction of making like quite specific predictions that I have no idea if they're true, but just feel true to me in this moment right now. So I have like zero information on what this show is going to look like. But my first prediction is that it will have at least a slight Western tinge to it.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I've been seeing some photos of him with that kind of vibe going on lately. And it just
Okay.
like feels like a leaning to me. And it's something that I've been noticing more, I think, especially in like popular musicians lately. Of course, you like a few years back, you got Lil Nas X like really bringing it in, and that was a whole thing. But
Yeah.
exactly. And I feel like looking around, like I've seen Bad Bunny doing a lot of kind of westerny type stuff. It just kind of seems to be in the zeitgeist right now. And I feel like he's going to be grabbing onto that, the zeitgeisty stuff.
So you think like a Western like cowboy style is what's hot right
Yeah, I'm foreseeing like
now?
a suede jacket, with like the wavy cut in the back and maybe a couple like trucker jacket type pockets, maybe even some fringe going on, you know?
Well, I like the guess,
Hmm.
but I think you're completely off. No,
No.
I mean, I think it's totally possible. I think like what's a given is there's
Mhm.
going to be that Murakami flavored, like ultra vibrant
Like
colors,
day glow. Yeah.
day
Yeah.
glow kind of stuff. Which always like whenever I say that, I feel like I'm saying like a racial slur. It
I
just
mean,
does not sound
close.
right.
Close.
It's close, yeah. But I'm referring to colors that look like they're glowing in the day.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
I definitely think there's going to be some of that Murakami flair.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a giant hat. Like if he's just like, guys, I did this.
Yeah.
And I probably made this joke the last time we talked about it, but you know how like Pharrell has like that secret producer tag. It's not like he's not like he doesn't put in like I'm Pharrell and I produced this, but
Exactly.
his like
Pharrell on
this
the beat.
we got Pharrell on the beat. Like he doesn't do that,
Yeah.
but his songs often begin with like a triple fake start, like dun dun
Yes.
dun, like my milkshake's bringing all the boys to the yard,
Hmm.
and like a million examples. The runway show is going to begin that way. The models are going to walk it, dun, 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 they're going to walk in, out, walk in, out, walk in, out, and then
Okay.
we'll know. And then we'll know that we got Pharrell on the beat.
Damn right.
Um, because yeah, I obviously I think that his kind of cultural cachet or like kind of the bag of fashion tricks that he's pulled
Hmm.
from has very much been inspired by like a Japanese interpretation of hip hop.
Hmm.
You know, vibrant colors,
Hmm.
things that are just kind of funny, and I think kind of maybe like what's the right word? Like what your mom might say is like dapper. Like if you saw some like somebody
Right.
wearing a
Right.
bunch of outrageous clothes, and your mom would
Yes.
say like he's so dapper.
You know, here's one.
Um,
I have a feeling we might see some more like outrageous or vibrant jewelry than we saw under Virgil. Because I feel like
yeah,
that's something I really associate with him, you know, like the giant like NERD or like skateboard necklaces and stuff that are just like bedazzled to shit.
yeah.
That would not surprise me at all to see really more prominently featured in the show.
Well, definitely, and I think that a couple of like takeaways from that is, and I don't mean to be a broken record, but Louis Vuitton makes all their money from accessories.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think like Virgil definitely kind of over indexed in accessories, and I would say
Mhm.
that there were a lot of like outrageous accessories in his
Oh, yeah.
collection, like the like oil slick like
Yeah.
chains. That's definitely something, and I think Blanks mentioned he's going to buy the sunglasses, but like I'm thinking of like the Virgil sunglasses were already like massive,
Yes.
outrageous. So like for Pharrell to, and also I believe those are the Cartier glasses he has with the diamond encrusted.
Oh, yes, they are.
So that's one takeaway we have, that the picture we're looking at right now of Pharrell. He would have to there. You have to go to great lengths to kind of outdo what Virgil did with
For
accessories. I feel
sure.
like.
So
And
I've got a specific question.
what?
I feel like it might have been Virgil's last show or one of his last. He went crazy on the star power. Like there were like singers and dancer, like famous people walking and things. Do we think this will be a star-studded affair, not just in the audience, but performing and walking and things? Or do you think it'll be a step in the other direction where he's keeping that out of the show?
Well, I think this. I
Mhm.
think that like a lot of artists, especially ones who are Black and American, were eager and more excited to support Virgil because it was
Yeah.
kind of it was a symbolic thing that he
Mhm.
was the creative director of this French house.
Sure.
So I think that that was a big part of it. Not, and naturally, he was very well connected with a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Pharrell is kind of cut from the same cloth. He
Mhm.
definitely has a lot of connections, and um, it seems like it seems almost unlikely that he wouldn't have people from like the music space involved in some way.
Right.
But maybe you're right. Maybe he's gonna want to distinguish himself in some degree. And I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know though.
I mean, he
Because-
is. So now that I'm thinking about it more, he is somebody that is like, he's like the collaborator. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's his thing.
Yes.
Uh, so I think it would be surprising for him not to bring in other personalities and voices into it. I feel like that's really one of the big reasons they brought him on, right? They felt like he would be a connector, not just for fashion, but across culture, you
Yeah.
know?
And that was obviously one of Virgil's great strengths. And like
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it, and it's like if Pharrell could have like Daft Punk there and all these different people, and oh, this is my best friend or whatever, they're going to like the suits are going to want that. They want
of course.
anything that is newsworthy,
Yeah,
Instagram worthy.
yeah.
So why wouldn't Pharrell kind of want to start his career in this with a bang?
Because like
Eh, eh,
each element of a show is its own post. And
yeah,
you know what I mean? If you have somebody like a singer singing, that's a post right there. You know, the opening look, that's a post. The person that does X, Y, Z, each one you get in is another kind of tentacle in the awareness of the entire endeavor.
yeah, and I'm like, get these tentacles out
Get
of my
him away from
head.
me.
Yeah, I think that there must be some of that. Uh, Shoot, I had a thought. And I didn't spell it THOT, and
No.
it's eluding me. But oh, the one thing
Yes.
that I think idea, and this isn't to discredit the immense talent and capability that classically trained designers bring.
Hmm.
I mean, like you can throw a dart at fashion brands, and you'll probably land on a brand that has somebody trained from Central St. Martin's there.
Yeah.
So I'm not discrediting that, but I do think that if people are expecting that this show is gonna suck because Pharrell isn't a designer, I wouldn't worry. I think that you should not underestimate kind of the role that he's in.
Yeah.
He's a creative director. That means he's the maestro, and
Yeah.
that's what Virgil was doing, and that's what these types do. Obviously, understanding the process, understanding design is a huge
Yeah.
um, quality to have. But
Like,
I think that Pharrell, if he has any capacity to kind of lead a big project, which is what
mhm.
they're hoping for, I think he'll do it just all right. I
Yeah.
think he'll
Just
all
because somebody from Central St. Martin's doesn't have their name at the top of the masthead doesn't mean they're not
right.
there. Like
Yeah,
they are everywhere below that top level. You know what I mean? Like you think about it, if you look at any designer, like creative director or almost any at any of the big houses, and you look at their resumes, you'll see like Demna was at Margiela. You know what I mean? He was not creative director of Margiela. He was just a fantastic designer working at Margiela. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, you say that he's fantastic, but I think he's a pedophile.
Right.
Those are your words, okay?